This moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. You look at Teague, you know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
Some remarkable shooters in that group, guys. And you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent, patient players.
Precisely. I mean, when you watch any of them, nothing's forced. I mean, it's good, smart shot selection, simple basketball. But that being said, don't take anything away from their natural ability to flat out bury that jumper. They can do that too.
Here's Gasol. Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And Mike Dunleavy Jr. is the son of a former NBA player and coach, Mike Sr. Actually, I played against Mike Sr. during his days, and Mike Sr., the dad, was a 6'3" point guard. Mike Jr. at 6'9". Because of that exposure to his dad's game, Mike Jr. has always had great ball handling skills even at 6'9".
Teague can't hit. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, gentlemen, as you know, Joakim Noah is a great passer on the block. As Coach Thibodeau said, he's got great vision and decision-making ability. If we play through the post and you're cut and you're open, you're going to get the ball. We have to play inside out. That's when we're at our best. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that. Noah is definitely one of the better passing bigs in the league. No question about that. Here's Dunleavy. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Dunleavy's got 5 points now this quarter.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Man, some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
Hawks shooting just 31% in the game. To the right side. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
That's good.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Inside to Gasol. Carroll with the rebound. Here's Atlanta now. Korver passes to Bazemore. Into Horford. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And now a look at Pau Gasol here. How his last 10 games have gone. 5th in blocks. 12th in shooting percentage. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And, Steve, you said it. I mean, he ranks in the top 5 in blocks per game, and that puts him in his rightful place as one of the most feared defenders in the league right now.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Mirotic, the 23rd pick back in 2011. The Bulls had to wait a while for him to come over. But, Steve, it looks like their patience will be rewarded.
Yeah, I mean, he was an MVP in the Spanish ACB League. It's probably the best league in the world after the NBA. So a lot of NBA GMs really regarded him as the best international player outside the NBA last season.
The rebound by Gibson.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Brooks kicks to Gibson. From 10 feet out. 5 on the clock. And it's good off the glass. Right wing. Here's Matt. Good on the three-point shot. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Bulls as they end the third quarter on a And here are the Bulls now. So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. Schroeder kicks to Mack. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Feeds it to Dunleavy. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And that is good. Well, Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Noah kicks to Gasol. Here's Mack, defended by Butler. Plays it up and banks it in.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
To the wing right side. Rose dishes to Butler. Back to Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Gasol slams it in.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I
don't
like
u-
that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Rose passes to Butler. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Butler on the wing. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Dunleavy. Again, Chicago. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Outside Millsap. Offensive rebound. Here's Muscala. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now.
And the Hawks making a change here. Korver's checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Muhammad, he's checked in for Noah. McDermott comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Tony Snell's checked in for Butler. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Rose. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Muscala. Ken Bazemore comes in for Paul Millsap. Damari Carroll's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague in for Mack. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah is checked in for Muhammad. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott. Jimmy Butler is checked in for Tony Snell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Etuan Moore.
Great second half. I mean, he came out of that locker room ready to play.
Horford, no luck. The Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Outside Rose. Dunleavy dishes to Rose. Pass to Dunleavy. Noah kicks to Rose. The high post shot. Gasol passes to Noah. From downtown. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Noah. And that's 13 points for Rose.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shot. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
Here's Korver for 3. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Butler.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season. He dishes it to Dunleavy. From outside the arc, the kick out to Rose. Goes back up. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. The three from Korver. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
And finished off by Noah.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here. A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Horford. Millsap comes in for Kent Bazemore. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Damari Carroll. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Kyle Korver. Back to T. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. And here comes Brooks. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Mike Dunleavy.